Summer is quickly coming to an end, and for many that means going back to school. Unfortunately for some, that doesn't mean spending time with friends or going to class. It means they'll face their bullies again. Over 3.2 million students are victims of bullying each year. Here's the director of Needham Youth Services to tell us how to prevent bullying.
Returning to school can be an anxious process for any kid. When you have an overlay of bullying, it can be even more. And a lot of kids don't tell their parents. They're fearful of parents getting involved because parents spring into action before they really find out what the situation is. And if it's cyberbullying, parents take away technology, which no young person likes. Well, if you're bullied, it can be a very fearful and intimidating thing, and oftentimes that's carried over the summer. And you're thinking about, when I return to school, will this happen again? Will I be victimized again? And so kids really need to talk to parents about it first, get their feelings out. For many kids, they won't be victimized again, but for some kids, just the fear of being victimized can be paralyzing. What we know about bullying today is so much different than 10 years ago. We know that bullying is very serious. We know it happens a lot. We also know that as kids get older, in-person bullying decreases, but cyberbullying increases. So really, as young people, as parents, we want to be very aware of cyberbullying, and that might mean checking devices for parents, checking kids, to make sure that this is not happening. Too often bystanders actually witness it, or sometimes they join in. We know when it's a cyber thing, they actually join in greater numbers. So we always say, be an upstander. Don't just be a bystander. It takes a lot of courage for someone to intercede and say, stop doing that, that's wrong. But I'll tell you, every person I know who's done that has felt so good about it. First of all, kids who bully oftentimes are bullied themselves. That's number one. Secondly, it is hard for young people to decipher what is fun and what is bullying. When it is personal, when it is deep, when it is consistently happening over and over again, that is bullying. That is not a joke. And the bullies really may not be fully aware of it, and sometimes it takes a friend or that person to say, stop it. That hurts, or you're bothering me, to actually get them to see what's happening. Beyond that, talking to a guidance counselor, talking to us at Youth Services is really important, because differentiating what's fun and what's bullying can be difficult. Well, around bullying, it just can't happen. It's zero tolerance, because bullying, we know, is deep, it's painful, and it's long-term. So any bullying that occurs is very significant. I always think about a piece of paper. So if you have a piece of paper that is normal and you hold it up to the light, it looks fine. Crumple it up and try to get that paper in its original form, hold it up to the light, you see the creases, and those creases are pain. So kids who have been bullied have pain. They really don't need to be subject to that. So I would say to any young person out there, you don't need to be victimized by this. You have rights, and you really need to talk to someone, because the bullying must stop.